and began to walk towards the entrance. She came inside, breathing in between normal and heavy, and she sat down. I greeted her with a smile, and I could tell immediately that she was a drug abuser, and that she was really stressed out. She was dressed with normal-looking clothes and looked like she was in her 20s. She kindly responded with, "Hey," with an obvious fake smile where you could tell that this person is sad behind the mask that they're putting on. She then came to the desk, asking if she could borrow my phone to call her boyfriend. She said that there were people following her and that they wanted her hurt or dead. The following conversation goes on like this. "Are they looking for you? Like right now?"
Yes. Please let me borrow your phone.
"Sure thing, but wouldn't it be better if I called the cops for you?"
No, please. All I need is to borrow your phone for a quick call.
Long story short, I told her to go sit down at a specific corner of the station where there was no glass wall so that people wouldn't be able to see her. She called her boyfriend 2 or 3 times, but nobody responded. She kindly asked me if she can log into Facebook with my phone, to see if maybe she could contact him there. I was kind of unsure about this, but I am, by natural reasons, very humble, maybe a little too much. Another thing was that I was standing right behind her, so there was no unacceptable things that she could do without me seeing it. So I said, "Alright, you can log into your Facebook." I told her to use the Google Chrome app to go on Facebook and not the Facebook app itself, since I hate spending time logging in and out of my account on my phone. Call me a lazy bastard, whatever. She logged in, and long story short, no response on there either. She thanked me a lot for the help and was about to walk out. I asked her if she was sure about me calling the cops or not, but she was 100% positive about me not doing it, which was weird, I thought. "Okay, well, be safe," I told her. Later on into my shift, I turned my phone on only to find out that she forgot to log out from her Facebook on the Google Chrome app. Out of curiosity, I checked the messages, which I believe every other person would probably consider doing. The most recent conversation was obviously her boyfriend, I thought. But there was nothing about "come and pick me up" or even the slightest thing that made me believe that this was her boyfriend. I checked the others below. Every fucking conversation I checked, which was about 6 or 7 of them, was either about drugs or money. Meth, coke, heroin, codeine, you name it. As humble as I am, I just felt bad for her, and I logged out without judging. 2 days later, I'm at the gym doing some deadlifts when I get a call from a number that is not registered in my contacts. I picked up. "Hello, Alan speaking." "Hello, who are you?" "Who am I? You called me and I've already said my name. Who are you?" "You called me 2 days ago in the middle of the night." "No, I didn't." And then I remembered about the girl calling her boyfriend at the gas station 2 days ago. "Oh wait, I remember. I don't know her name, but I assume you have a girlfriend?" Then I went on to explain the situation. You may think, how the hell didn't I know her name when I had her Facebook logged into my Chrome app, but I simply didn't bother to remember it. He then responded that he didn't have a girlfriend. Surprisingly, this didn't shock me at all. I could tell that she was full of shit when I saw the messages with my own eyes, but I pretended like this was something that came to me as a surprise. "Oh, really? Well, that's what she told me, and I tried to help her out after that, which I've already explained to you." "What do you know?" "What do you mean, what do I know?" "Has she told you anything? If so, I need to know right now." I was really starting to get pissed off. First of all, I was being mixed into some bullshit for no reason now. Second, getting interrupted during my workouts makes me want to rip off someone's head. "She hasn't told me anything, and I'm really busy at the moment. Please don't call me again, because none of this is actually my business." "It is your business. You helped her, you piece of shit." Before I hung up, I told him to fuck off, otherwise I would take this case to a level that he would regret. I mean, obviously I would never kill him or anything, I just tried to come up with some dumb shit to scare him. I got a bit frustrated too. Why the actual fuck would that girl call a psycho who obviously didn't like her? It was clear that he was mad because he thought I somehow helped her, which I still don't understand what he meant by that. So, on to the rest of the story. My neighborhood is quiet, and my town is small, so it's not hard for anybody to find anyone. It's as simple as pasting someone's phone number in a specific website and their address will most likely show up. And eventually, I happened to get a little visit. As I said, the neighborhood is very quiet after midnight, and while being in bed watching some bodybuilding videos for entertainment, I started to hear someone driving towards my area.
Hey guys, guess what? Come check this out.
What?
Let's check it out. What is in here?
Well, that's not normal at this time, but it happens. Eventually, I heard a car park right outside my property, behind my garden, which goes a little bit uphill, filled with stones and flowers. So I couldn't see the car from that point on, but I heard someone opening the car door and locking it. What the fuck was going on? I opened my window quietly, just to be able to hear a little bit more. I could hear the man walk up the little uphill part of my garden, which made some sounds because of the stones. I won't lie, I was scared as shit. I couldn't see him either, because everything behind my garden is blocked from my point of view by tall cements for the garage. The garden uphill leads to the balcony where a big glass wall is, and that's where my little sister's room is. I went to the exit of my door and quietly walked out. I walked to the cement stairs at the side of my property, which leads me to the exact same spot as him. I could hear footsteps, and I quietly walked up the cement stairs. Then I caught a glimpse of the guy. Probably the guy I was speaking on the phone with. Keep in mind, I still don't know what the hell he wants from me and why the fuck that junkie woman called him in the first place at the gas station. I know nothing. My adrenaline was high, but got almost to its peak when he was right outside my little sister's glass wall. I was scared, but also really pissed off. No way he's going in there or trying at all. At the top of the cement stairs, I walked quick but silent until I saw that he could hear someone walk behind him just a few feet away. Then, I ran as fast as I could and pushed him with all my anger, leading him to get smashed into the wall beside my sister's glass wall, before I proceeded to get over him and hold my palm over the side of his face, pushing it down while asking what the fuck he wants. My little sister woke up screaming, which also woke my mother up. She ran out and asked what the hell was going on. Why my dad isn't home is another story, but anyways, my family's facial expression was filled up with fear, and I told my mom to call the cops. The man said nothing, just laying still with his left hand wrapped around my right wrist because of the pressure I was holding his face down with. He was literally resting for a few seconds before starting to resist like a horse again, but he ran out of energy fast. I would ease my palm off of his face so that he could get his head up a little bit, only to smash it down again with anger. Both he and I were breathing heavily. I stopped asking questions, and my mother was on the phone with the police, always reacting with fear when the man started to resist again, but I told her it was under control. It didn't take long before the cops showed up and arrested the guy. I told them the whole story about both the girl and the guy. They were both just regular fucking drug addicts and have both been in prison previously for it. I was scared as shit, and still to this day don't know why I had to be involved in this. Maybe he was just a paranoid psychopath. My lesson to you, never let some creepy stranger borrow your personal phone for situations like this. If it sounds dangerous, simply call the police to help them, and if they don't want you to, then just leave it. If you're at work, like I was, use the work phone.
My girlfriend and I had driven down a dirt road, an old dirt road, that ran beside a lake on one side, with mountains on the other. We were looking for unexplored territory to hike in. The dirt road became a trail and eventually was swallowed up entirely by the forest. Once the path became impassable by the car, we got out and hiked for quite some time and began making our way back to the car as the sun was going down. It was a challenge getting the car turned around, but I finally managed, and we were off. It was slow going, as it was a crappy road, and getting dark fast. Suddenly, we came to a fork in the path that hadn't been visible coming the other way. Neither of us had any idea whether to go right or left, so I just picked randomly, hoping that both would end up taking us back to the main road. As we rounded a small curve in the road, our headlights fell upon a man dragging a large hockey duffel bag off the trail into the woods. As soon as the lights hit him, he just froze completely. Driving past him felt like an eternity because we couldn't have been going more than 5 miles an hour due to the crappy roads. My girlfriend and I didn't say a word to each other until we were well past this guy, at which point we were like, what the hell was that? And then the road just ended. Just like where we had stopped the first time. The forest had swallowed up this part of the road. We were going to have to turn around and drive by the man with the human-sized duffel bag again. I told my girlfriend to buckle up and hold on tight because at the first sign of trouble, I was gunning it. We came to the spot where the man was, and he was nowhere to be seen. We eventually made it to the right path and got the hell out of there. The weirdest thing about it was, there wasn't a vehicle anywhere near this guy for 50 miles in either direction. We would have seen it if there had been. We traveled as far as possible both ways, and there just wasn't a place to pull off on the road. How the hell did he get there? Where was he going? And what was in the bag? This story is from a female's point of view. When I was in college, I worked in an Applebee's to make ends meet. I worked there from freshman year to senior year, so I had some regular customers. I had one that tipped me the most, and his name was Larry. Anyways, one day, while at work, I received a friend request on Facebook from a guy that was really attractive. I checked this page out before I accepted it, and it seemed legit, and he was in my city. As soon as I accepted it, he messaged me and said, "Hey, thanks for accepting my request." That was usually code for creep when someone does that, but he was cute. I said no problem, and we continued to converse. Eventually, after a few days chatting, we decided to go on a date. I decided to meet at Chili's on a Friday at 6 p.m. because I don't know this guy, and maybe he's crazy. I arrived at the restaurant before him, and I messaged him to let him know that our table was under my name, and he said okay.
Basically, the hidden internet that contains dark content, such as drugs, pedophiles, hitmen, and torture. None of that really interests me. The only reason why I was on the deep web was to look for government secrets and stuff like that. After looking for links that had to do with that type of stuff, I eventually got bored and decided to find other things on the deep web. I had a VPN on, so if I ever came across something illegal, I wouldn't get caught. I then came across a link that led me to a site. It was called the Devil's Chamber. It gave a description of the website. Basically, it was a snuff film, aka torture and murder films. There was a black video box with a play button. I was very curious and clicked on the play button. A black screen popped up with a timer and a live chat box with people waiting for something. The timer said 3 minutes till showtime. I got curious and typed in the chat what everyone was waiting for. They all said, a murder live stream. I didn't like this and I put my cursor over the X. But as soon as I was gonna click out, text appeared on the black screen that said, "It's showtime." I watched and waited to see what was going to happen. Just then, a screen appeared with a woman tied to a chair in a dimly lit room with a door. Then, someone with a mask appeared on screen as well. The person in the mask stared at the camera and said, "It's time for pain." He then opened the door and closed it behind him. A few seconds later, he came out with a dog tied to a chain. The dog was barking like crazy in a really aggressive way. It was a pit bull, and I knew what was about to happen. The pit bull lunged at the woman, attacking her while still tied to the chair. She was screaming in pain as the dog was biting and chewing her apart. A few minutes later, she stopped screaming, and she was dead. The person in the mask then walked out of the room with the dog, leaving the woman whose flesh was literally torn apart. I closed out immediately and deleted the Tor browser. I will never, and I repeat, never go back on the deep web again.
Hi, my name is Ray. What's yours? James. Nice to meet you, James.
I had 3 really good
Nice to meet you too, Ray.
Their name were Kevin, Ryan,
Thanks.
and Tommy. Every summer our parents would take us on a vacation. We
Wanna
always
go
stayed in
out?
a remote
I
cabin
guess so,
in the
why
forest of
not?
Minnesota.
Oh.
The
Have you
cabin
ever
was
smoked
located
weed
on a large
before?
island in the
Smoke?
middle of Lake
No, I
Geneva.
haven't, and I never will.
Eventually,
Come
we were
on.
old enough.
Fine.
Our parents let us go to the cabin on our own for the first time.
Here's 3 joints and a
When
smoke.
we got there, we
Thanks.
parked the car on the gravel road beside the lake. Then we had to take a boat across the lake, about half a mile to reach the cabin. There were a few other cabins on the island, but they were all at least half a mile away. The cabin was quite small. It only had a kitchen, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms. At night, it was pitch black. There were no street lights for miles, and the only light came from the moon. There were no curtains on the windows, so when you were sleeping at night, you could see the moon shining down on the trees in the lake outside. On the 3rd night of our trip, we set up a campfire by the edge of the lake. The moon was full and the pale white glow was
So,
shining
Ray,
across the lake.
how old are you?
Gazing up at the stars,
14?
and all of a sudden we
How
heard
do
a
you,
splashing
James?
sound,
12.
as if something was moving
Nice.
about in the water. Ryan suddenly stood up and pointed, saying, "What the hell is that?" We all looked in the direction he was pointing, peering into the darkness. After a while, I couldn't make out what he was pointing at. I'll never forget the feeling of terror that came over me. The hair on the back of my
Can I
neck
go
stood up.
back to my
and
house
goosebumps
and
appeared
have
on
some
my
fun
arms.
times?
I was paralyzed.
I
in
guess
fear.
so. Cool.
Out in the middle of the lake, there was a woman's head. It was just floating there on the
We're in
surface of the
contact,
water,
so
staring directly at us.
yeah. All good.
She had pale white
Let's
skin
walk to contact.
and black hair.
Okay, good. Okay, let's do this. Done.
The rest of
I guess that's turned off. And yeah, walk to contact. Walk to contact, I guess. I guess let's walk to contact. Here we are. At contact. Nice, so your house. Yep. Who the fuck is this? You tell you who is that? That's my ex-boyfriend. He's my roommate. Did you know we're going out? Not really. We break up. Now listen to me, and listen to me good. You are gonna go and never return from this place again. Otherwise, I will kill you. You're fucking right. Now. You have 5 seconds to get the fuck out of here and never return. No, you cocksucker. Don't make me do this. Or what? Or what, huh? Yeah, or what? If you're gonna hit me, then hit me. You stupid piece of shit. Ray, I'm kicking you out now. Get the fuck out. Fine. Why did you have to hurt him? Now I have nowhere to go. Oh shit. Because he is a fucking piece of shit. He is nobody. He is a loser. That's why. I like him. But not like him that way anymore. But as a friend. Now I can't talk to him or, Well then. You shouldn't have fucking gone out with this cunt. Your ex is a piece of fucking shit. Okay? Like your ex is a piece of fucking shit. Fine. See ya. I guess let's go back to school.
Video, but of course.
Here we are. Back at Redcliffe Special School. Oh fuck, here we are. Can't believe my girlfriend cheated on me. And she was the other girl who was gone out after when my first girlfriend cheated on me. She was living with, her ex-boyfriend, and I didn't like him, so I left. I beat him up, and I left. And yeah, I hope.
Never said if it is or isn't. Maybe it is fake. Like, come on,
I
Siren wouldn't let you get away that
hope,
easy. That guy would have chased down the car and then killed the driver. Coming in our 8th spot, we have the night
it's
adventure.
over with
Some
being
people
right.
are siren head
Because
hunters. Much like the
I
Bigfoot, they are
fucking
determined
hope
to get this creature on
being
film.
right, it's
As a
over.
result, there are countless videos on YouTube of people that purposely wander into creepy forests at night looking for him. Just like this next individual. This was uploaded to the YouTube channel Jojo Pastierson. They titled it Siren Head Sounds Located in Eastern Europe.
What
It
guy?
shows this YouTuber wandering around their town before stumbling upon Siren
never
Head.
do
But
it
we never
again.
see him. We can only
No,
ever
Jay,
hear
get the
him.
fuck
The
out of
video
here.
shows the YouTuber
I'm not
looping around
interested in you
buildings and
anymore.
repeatedly
Please?
checking out street lamps to make sure that it's not Siren Head in disguise.
Please,
Using
come
only a
on, just
flashlight
give
to
me
light
one
their
more
way, they
chance.
continue on looking
No.
for Siren Head. All we
Please.
hear are the sounds of his
Just one
screeching
more,
sirens
please.
and almost like a low growl
Give me
or
one more
hissing.
chance,
It's pretty
please.
creepy. Moving on to number 7, we have the
No,
city
please.
sighting. So it's said that Siren
Just
Heads
one
mainly
more,
reside in
please.
forest or rural areas. In
Please,
fact, most
just one
depictions
more.
of Siren Head are of him in the forest lurking
Please.
behind some trees. They prefer forests
No.
because it's easy for them to blend in with their
Please.
surroundings.
Please.
Then they just wait until a
One
local
more
hiker gets
chance.
lost or until the coast is clear for them to leave and then invade the small town. But recently,
Fine.
images
Whatever.
of siren heads in big cities have began to surface online.
You're welcome.
Such as this
Love
image,
you.
for example.
Love you too,
This image
James.
was posted by Reddit user WAP_XS
Sure you do.
just over a month ago. It was captioned as Siren Head in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. The photo is pretty grainy, but you can clearly see the silhouette of Siren Head lurking beside some tall buildings. One thing that gets me is that Siren Head's height is always inconsistent. They are said to be around 40 feet tall, but some pictures of him make him only the size of a large tree, whereas, like in this case, he's the size of a tall building. Either way, it seems like Siren Head may be terrorizing cities now as well, meaning that no one is safe. In our 6th spot, we have Siren Head's sounds. In case you are curious about what Siren Head sounds like, which I don't know why you would be, his sounds can easily make your ears bleed and can explode your brain. But if you are curious, there are several videos out there that claim to be true recorded sounds from Siren Head. Now, I listened to the audio for you all, and high-pitched screeches, which actually did hurt my ears because of the frequency of it. There are also sounds of an ice cream truck, which is disturbing because it's Siren Head's way to lure children to him. In another supposed recording, you can hear a very creepy and distorted voice talking. The voice says, "This is the emergency broadcast system saying this is not a test. This is a national emergency." It's so creepy. Then there's static and you can hear some creepy singing. And then another voice says, "This is the end of days. Say goodbye to everyone, everything." So, yeah, if you do choose to listen to this recording, be warned, it's pretty disturbing. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with the lurking monster. This is another pretty creepy photo that claims to be a real photo of Siren Head. The photo was posted on Reddit 5 months ago by the user Radio Arsonist. The photo is taken from either a backyard or front driveway, I can't really tell, but you can see Siren Head lurking in the background, hovering over some trees. I mean, he's not really stealthy. Even though it's dark out, you can still see his terrifying silhouette. Now, the user doesn't say where this photo was taken, but you can tell that it's in a small community, aka Siren Head's favorite place to strike. Making our way down the list, number 4, we have the disappearance. On May 9th, 2020, Trevor Henderson tweeted out an image without a caption. The image was a bunch of accounts of supposed Siren Head sightings all across Pennsylvania, like the case of Catherine Hubbins. Back in 1978, 9-year-old Catherine went missing from her home after hearing strange noises coming from the woods across from her family's backyard. Her sister Abby told the police that her and Catherine heard their mother calling to them from the trees, but she said something was wrong about this. Her voice was a little off and all echoey. But either way, Catherine wandered into the forest and was never seen again. In our 3rd spot, we have the missing teenagers. From the same post from Trevor, there's a police report about 4 teenage friends who went camping in 1984. The friends went to Allegheny National Park in Pennsylvania on an overnight trip, meant to return home soon after. After not returning home, one of the parents of the missing teens, Simon Foster, reported them missing. But before a search party got on the way, Simon turned up at his home all frantic. When questioned, he claimed that there was something huge in the woods that attacked them. He never got a good look at it and didn't mention anything about siren sounds, but some other details made people believe that it might have been Siren Head. Sadly, none of Simon's friends...
Like where are all the annual trial celebrations?
So, it's not me. I'm a Sim commented, "Yeah, I have been obsessed with this channel for years. Not once I have been shouted out, LOL." Well, it's...
What is up, you guys? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm your host, Ava Hassan, and welcome back to another video. A contrary to popular belief, The Simpsons is not the only cartoon that predicts the future. It's not just for you. It's definitely the most prolific cartoon in terms of predicting stuff, but it is not the only one. I loved watching Cartoon Network growing up. Shows like the Powerpuff Girls, the Flintstones, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, the Jetsons. I loved it all. Which ones will feature on this list? Let's find out. These are the top 10 scary cartoons that predict the future. Starting us off at number 10 is Caitlyn Jenner. Now, I'm sure we all know who Caitlyn Jenner is. The former Olympic gold medalist shocked the world when she came out as transgender in 2015. Assigned male at birth and named Bruce Jenner, Bruce is the father of the Jenners and stepdad to all the Kardashians and started her gender transition in 2015. Family Guy actually made a prediction about this back in 2009, nearly 6 years before it actually happened. In the episode, Stewie questions Bruce's sexuality by referring to one of her sons and saying he couldn't believe that came out of Bruce Jenner's vagina. Brian then responds saying Bruce Jenner is a man, to which Stewie responds to by saying that's what the press would have you believe, but he's not. Bruce Jenner is a woman, a beautiful, elegant Dutch woman. I mean, not Dutch, but he also wasn't entirely wrong. Caitlyn Jenner is a beautiful woman. I'll give her that. Coming in at 9 are the Paris attacks. Back in March of 2013, the Cleveland Show aired an episode titled Brown Size. And if you don't know what the Cleveland Show is, it was basically a spin-off from Family Guy focusing on Cleveland Brown, but it ended up getting cancelled. Either way, in that episode, Cleveland's wife Donna ends up getting a job loading cargo onto planes. The airport. In one clip, it shows Donna loading luggage onto the ramp, and as she throws multiple bags, one of them is a Muslim suicide bomber that has a Paris tag on it. And of course, the real Paris attacks happened in November 2 years later, and of course the show had no way of predicting that. It's just theory that they somehow kind of did. At number 8, we have Harambe. It's always going to be too soon to talk about Harambe, but someone has to bite the bullet and do it, okay? I have to do it. I have to say something. Now, if you've ever been on the internet, then you probably wouldn't have heard about the gorilla. Back in May of 2016, a 3-year-old boy was at the Cincinnati Zoo and he climbed a 3-foot fence and got into the moat of the gorilla enclosure. Harambe the gorilla then dragged the kid here and there before bringing it up the ladder and onto dry land. In a quick decision to save the boy's life, because apparently a gorilla carrying him to safety was a life threat, zoo officials decided to kill him. So having said that, Family Guy may have predicted this very, very specific event happening. In the 2012 episode titled Internal Affairs, Stewie gets attacked by a gorilla, and Stewie is obviously a kid getting attacked by a gorilla. Following on the 7th of the 2016 presidential elections, the good old Simpsons came in clutch, or I guess not, given the results of the election. In a 16-year-old episode, the show hinted at the possibility of Hillary Clinton becoming president one day. The episode even discussed how appointing Donald Trump would be the worst-case scenario, so I mean, they got that bit right too, didn't they? No cap. Did I stutter? It then goes on to showing Lisa as the first heterosexual woman to preside over the US. Woohoo, girl power. In another episode called Back to the Future, love the time by the way, Lisa goes back in time to fix the country's economy in the wake of a Trump presidency. Now I know I hate on Trump a lot, and rightfully so, but the one thing the man does know how to handle is money. I will give him that. Now, number 6 is modern technology. The Jetsons is honestly one of my favorite shows on Cartoon Network. I even had all the episodes on DVD. I was a loser. The concept blew my mind. I truly thought 2020 would look something like that, unless like a dystopian novel, but reality comes at you fast, you know? Now, the Jetsons predicted a lot of things like dog treadmills, flat screen TVs, FaceTime and Skype, and literally every other way we can communicate over the internet without a phone. Sure, we don't have a robot nanny yet to take care of the house, but slow and steady wins the race, am I right? I just love the opening credits where everyone in the family just popped out of the car one by one to go to wherever they were going.
Hawaii Street.
Coming in like a wrecking ball at number 5 is Wrecking Ball. I cried to that song so many times over breakups I hadn't even had yet.
Why?
Miley Cyrus honestly made me feel a type of way, I'm not gonna lie
Sam,
to you. But did the singer
I'm
come
gonna
up with
meet your dad tomorrow and we'll wear together at your house.
In the movie, Homer, the absolute dumbass,
Okay, cool.
on a wrecking ball
Yeah.
while trying to save his house from getting destroyed. Of course, he doesn't ever get crushed or come up with it himself.
Okay, sure. Sure. I guess let's go home, wake up, like, you know, wake tomorrow. Wake up, another wake up. Guess let's head home. Guess let's go home and go to bed, wake up in the morning, and yeah, lag. Knock, knock, knock. That must be Jade. Hey Jade, hey. Are you ready to rag? Yes I am. Connect to music. Play.
Yeah. It's another one of them smoking songs, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Where my pothead's at? Right here. Yeah, CT, check it. We rolling trees and smoking. La 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 la. Another weed song from me. Burning more trees than cheeks. Strong red and methyl roll together in the same L. We smoke blunts all day. You can't tell. Hell, I'm stomping in with my boots on, rolling to the diner with my half-off coupon. Fuck, I've been burning since I was newborn. So high, flying through space with Jimmy Neutron. That's how I do, man. Rock the rhythm. You would think I had a motherfucking pot prescription, like the doctor's flipping. My grass stay fresh cut, sticky, icky, wet stuff. Put it in the next dust. But last time I had a checkup, the doc said my brain was not fully developed. Fuck, but it just don't matter. I'ma have to roll the next blunt fatter. Just breaking up this one gang. Now should invest in Kevlar. Chillin' on Saturn, cruising in an XR. Every day I got the best bars and the best weed, same color as Reptar. Yes, we stay lighting up the purple in my own entourage, smoking like turtle. Fuck all the commercials, they all straight lies, acting like I'm gon' kill a motherfucker cause I'm high. The most I'm likely to do is open a fridge, chill on the couch and never end up leaving my crib. Shit, but that's just how I do. Stay high, seeing from a bird's eye view. I walk into a room and everybody starts sniffing like, oh my god, I can guarantee that's Christian. It's 9 in the morning, yo, what the fuck's with him? And I'm like, chill, I got a weed addiction, like just break it up and smoke that. Now twist it up and smoke that. Now light it up and smoke that. And then you keep on burning. Ganja, every day we burn Dutchies and always stay around more trees than Fern Gully. I earn money, spend on weed and burn money. Got the dice in my hand, can't take my turn from me. I rip like a beast when I hit the beats, but it's just weed when they say I'm equipped with heat. Please, shit's leaving you in disbelief. I'm that monster at your door, bitch, trick or treat. The way I freestyle shit, that really baffles me. Cause I'm a pothead, call me Johnny Appleseed. I got a dub and a Dutch, let's roll and spark till we start to see shit like Joan of Arc. I know I'm smart, I know I'm nice. That's why y'all can't see me like a poltergeist. Smoking la la la, give that bowl of light. Grab the bong even tighter than I hold the mic. Like
yeah, buddy.
just break it up and smoke that. Now twist it up and smoke that. Now light it up and smoke that. And then you keep on burning. Stay burning. Yeah, that's what it is, baby. Holla.
Next. How about this one? Next. Next.
UQO.
Next. 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 This is one.
Last year, I
Oh,
was hired to drive a pair
okay.
of pugs from Broome to Newcastle. Company was better than expected.
Come on. Hurry the fuck up, Edge. I like the song. Me too. Yeah, boy.
Well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you're so hot that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. Now I'm trying to get back. Before the cool done run out, I'll be giving it my bestest. And nothing's gonna stop me but divine intervention. I reckon it's again my turn to win some or learn some. But I won't hate, it's all I'll take. No more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours.
Ready? Done. Ready. Cool, let's do this. Done. Babe. Those good day. Yes, Stephanie. Guess what's time the music?
Well, open up your mind and see like me.
Smoke some weed.
Open up your plans and damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find love, 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 love. Listen to the music of the moment, people dance and sing. We're just one big family, and it's our God-forsaken right to be loved. Love, 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 love. So I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait, I'm sure. backwards just to try to see it clearer, but my breath fogged up the glass. And so I drew a new face and I laughed. I guess what I'll be saying is there ain't no better reason to rid yourself of vanities and just go with the seasons. It's what we aim to do. Our name is our virtue, but I won't hesitate no more, no more. It cannot wait. I'm yours. Open up your mind and see like me. Open up your plan, damn, you're free. I look into your heart and you'll find that the sky is yours. So please don't, please don't, please don't.
Next.
Wait, say?
Next. Yeah, boy, this one. Yeah, boy.